So, I was one of those guys that walked into the electronics section of a Target and said, "Hey, do you got a PS5 in the back?" And 3 store associates and 10 minutes later, I got a PS5. Now, this video is not about the PlayStation 5, but it does lead into the topic of the video, which is the Vizio V705-J03 being the Swiss Army knife of televisions.
Yeah!
Now, I don't own, or before today, or before my PS5, I never owned a 4K UHD television, right? Every monitor or every television I had in my house was 1080p, which is standard color. I never really saw the worth in it. Well, fast forward a week after we got the PS5, my family and I went on a nice family vacation to the beach at an Airbnb right on the water, just to kind of get away for everything. And we took the PS5, and on the downtime, the kids and I would rock out. Well, it just so happened that the Airbnb had a Samsung 65-inch UHD 4K television there, and I had hooked it up to my TVs at home, and I was like, PS5, not a big deal. But when I actually saw it in its 4K UHD full fidelity prowess, it just blew my little mind, and the kids' minds too, but it blew Daddy's mind a lot. So I was hooked. I needed a television to pair it with this PlayStation 5, and that's how my search started for this television. Now, I like a budget. I'm a budget buyer, right? I want to try and get as much quality in the package for as low as price as I can. And, you know, I did some research, and I ended up at Best Buy one evening doing some physical browsing, because you got to go and look at these things before you buy them. And I landed on the Vizio V705-J03. Now, I picked it because I needed 3 things. I wanted a 70-inch TV, I needed it to have the backlit LED, and I also wanted eARC, which is the enhanced audio return channel, so that I get the full audio quality coming from HDMI ports, because I'm a big audio guy too. And at the time, this TV met it. Now, Best Buy didn't quite list all of the features correctly, and this TV was not sponsored by Best Buy or Vizio, so I'm being very honest. But when I took the TV home, I thought I got a deal on it. Little did I know, right? So I hooked it up, connected my PS5. It looked good. Okay, no, let's scratch that. It looked horrible, okay? When I first turned on Spider-Man Miles Morales, he looked like an Oompa Loompa. For whatever reason, the Vizio defaults to the vivid profile, and everything's orange, so you have to tweak it. And if you'd like to know more about tweaking the colors, hit a like or drop a comment and I will create a video for you. But once I did my tweaking and I got my colors set up for each one of the HDR profiles, it looked phenomenal, it looked amazing. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, got a pretty good deal. I went on Vizio's website. It had some of these other features listed that was supposed to be supported by my TV. I called Vizio, I'm like, hey, where do I find these features like Bluetooth, and I think they had something with the AMD VRR going on in there. My TV at the time didn't have it, and they said, no, your model isn't supported. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, 4 days later, I wake up Saturday morning, and my TV has a little message, just did an update. And I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of cool, right? Like, my TV did an update, but much less it told me it did an update. Let me check it out, because I've never seen that before. Well, to the top left corner of the menu, what do I have now? Bluetooth audio. So I grab my headphones, pair them up, and boom, the TV supports Bluetooth audio. And I'm thinking, okay, this is cool, this is cool. What else did it do? So I turn on the PlayStation, go into the settings, and I thought, wait, VRR is enabled. So then I go into the TV menu, and what does it have? VRR. So this TV supported all of these high-end features, and at first it wasn't there, but Vizio seemed to have released some update which enabled them. So now I've got a TV that supports, you know, it's a 70-inch, it's full array LED backlighting, right, with auto dimming depending on the source. Best Buy, that's what you need to update because your website doesn't have that. You've got Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG. It's got the Bluetooth audio. Okay, it's got VR support for the gamers out there. It's got Chromecast and AirPlay built in. I was like, oh my gosh, I literally just got $1,000 worth TV for $467 because those are some of the high-end features that you get in those high-end TVs. But I got it in this one for cheap, right? So, you know, some of the downsides, okay, is like I talked about earlier, the color. You have to tweak it. So again, if you'd like me to talk about how to do that, drop a comment. And then the other thing, I think it has some smart OS, and it's really slow. Vizio, I don't know what you're doing, because everything else about the TV is fast. Even the remote that comes with it, it's Bluetooth enabled with voice enabled. That's fast too. But the smart OS is slow, so whatever. I use a different TV streaming service, but other than that, the TV is like near perfect. So this was just something that I wanted to share because I am a budget buyer and I like to get some good value and good features for some low pricing. And if you go on Best Buy's website, the TV brand new is $599, right? And if you go the used route like me, they had some on there between $416 to $480, depending on the quality of use it is. Mine literally came right off the wall. I mean, it was a display model, right? They just pull it off and I stuck it in my car and that was it. But, you know, I saved some money. So, thank you for watching and I hope it was helpful. And I will leave you with my reaction to when I got my PS5. Look, I got one. Thank you. I got one. Look. All right, I'm done. I just freaked out all the Target guys.